Welcome to Drone Harmony's new tutorial series. Whether you're currently a Drone Harmony user or you're considering Drone Harmony for your own enterprise autonomous drone flight needs, we're glad to have you here. This series of tutorials will help first-time users as well as seasoned drone pilots. It's our intent to make sure you have a good understanding of all the features available with Drone Harmony. Understanding the tools at your disposal will help you realize all of the potential of Drone Harmony and what it offers to your UAV enterprise applications. For our first video in this series, we want to give you a brief overview of the Drone Harmony interface. Drone Harmony wants to make sure you're comfortable with our autonomous flight planning app and that you get the most out of your experience with our products. With that said, let's begin by taking a look at Drone Harmony's overall interface. You'll immediately notice some differences with your standard DJI flight app. Unlike DJI Go or DJI Go 4 app, entering into the Drone Harmony app, you'll find yourself in a map view rather than an FPV view or first-person view. The focus of our application isn't standard FPV flight. Rather, we focus on the tools required to create reusable flight paths for a variety of purposes. When taking your first look around Drone Harmony, you'll notice several menu options on the left-hand side of the screen. You'll also notice several icons in the upper right corner of the app as well. And finally, you'll notice a plus symbol in the bottom right corner of the app. Overall, this interface is going to feel a little different than your standard DJI flight app. Let's take a look at the menu options on the left-hand side of the screen first. In the upper left corner for the screen is a drop-down menu. Clicking on that menu icon, you're going to find 7 main menu options. We're going to quickly walk you through those options. Number 1, Account and App. This menu feature allows you to manage your account, change your application skin, and check for app updates. Number 2, Plans and Flights. Under this main menu heading, you'll be able to load and sync your flights with the cloud. You'll also be able to save your flights for later use and synchronize those flights with the cloud as well. And you'll have access to your flight logs. Number 3, Import and Export. Drone Harmony also offers you the ability to import KML or KMZ files, import CSV flight files, import terrain for certain types of missions, export your current state, and export to CSV as well. These features allow you to utilize additional tools outside of Drone Harmony and import from those tools and export to them as well. Number 4, Drone. Under this menu option, you can look at the media viewer, format your SD card, sign in and out of your DJI account, set your gimbal extended range if that's a feature of your drone, and find your drone's last known position. Number 5, Partners. Under Partners, we list other drone companies we currently work with: AirData, Drone Logbook, and Skywatch Insurance. Number 6, General. Under the General tab, you can go through basic settings for the app, learn more about us, contact us, and report any issues you might be having. Number 7, Help. Finally, under the Help menu, you have access to our online guides, our tutorials, information on connecting to your drone, help for training simulation, and help for the Crystal Sky device. Defining the flight area. Now that we've gotten the main administrative features identified, it's time to talk about the tools available to us for flight planning. We'll be looking at the icons on the left-hand side of the app interface. There are only a few tools needed for our initial flight planning, and the tools are very useful. Number 1, the Polygon and Circle tool. In order to start building a flight plan, we must be able to mark out our flight areas. Users can select areas on screen with the Polygon and Circle tools. Tapping on the Polygon tool offers 2 options: create a new polygon or create a circular area. Simply tap on the option you wish to select, and then you can begin tracing out your flight area. Once you've tapped out the flight area on screen, you can set the elevation of the area and color code the area for easy reference. If you tap inside the flight area, a second set of menu options will be available to you in the left-hand menu area. As you can see, several new icons are available. The top icon, when tapped on, allows you to remove control points or add control points to your flight area. The next icon, an eye, gives you a quick display of your flight area information. The pencil tool allows you to edit more on the flight area. Setting height, color, and flight direction are all options that appear when you tap on the pencil. To exit the editor, simply tap on the screen outside of the flight area. The next icon below the Polygon tool is the Osm Building Import. The OpenStreetMap Building Import allows you to tap on a rooftop of a building and have its outline automatically added to your mapping area. Here's the catch though. This feature only works on buildings that have been loaded to OpenStreetMap. Currently, there are many regions where OpenStreetMap Building Import does not function. Number 3. Below the OSM icon is a point of interest icon. You can use points of interest to influence waypoint flight paths, provide yourself with reference areas, and more. In complex flight areas with multiple paths, multiple points of interest can be added to your flight areas as well. As you see on the screen, we've added 2 points of interest to the flight area. One is colored green and set at 32 feet. The other is orange with an elevation of 44 feet. We'll see actual applications of waypoints in a later tutorial. Number 4. Below the point of interest option, you'll notice a little trash can. This function will delete current selections, missions, etc. Or if nothing is selected, you can delete all the areas on the map. Below the trash can, you'll note 2 additional icons. The first is an undo the last action, and the second is a redo the last action. In the case of other autonomous flight apps, the option to step back or step forward often isn't available. If you're planning complex flight areas, the undo and redo options are incredibly powerful as you're learning the workflow of the application. Take note, you can create multiple flight areas on your project. It's possible to create many polygon areas with different purposes and execute multiple flights on a single project area. In a future lesson, we'll demonstrate how using multiple flight selections can help you streamline your time on site documenting complex areas. There are a few icons on the upper right-hand corner of the interface as well. There's a search feature to help you find flight areas, a map display icon to select satellite maps, normal maps, hybrid maps, and more. There's a center on map icon and a center on your location icon. These features should be somewhat familiar to you as they're already available on many autonomous flight applications. Finally, one of the most important icons on the interface is the plus symbol in the lower right corner. This interface icon allows us to define what type of flight plan we are looking to make. Once we've defined our flight areas, we can tell Drone Harmony what type of flight we'll be doing with this icon. Tapping on the plus symbol, you'll find yourself faced with many options. On Drone Harmony, you can select from 6 types of mapping flights, 6 types of inspection flights, 4 perimeter flights, 8 flights with shapes, 2 quick flight types, and 4 manual flight types as well. What type of flight you'd like to plan will depend on what you're trying to achieve with Drone Harmony. Drone Harmony can help you create robust 2D and 3D maps and models. You can use Drone Harmony to create reusable flight paths for still images and video as well. If you have a specific application in mind, it's very likely Drone Harmony will help you realize your autonomous flight goals. We will be covering actual flights in upcoming videos where you can see the workflow from start to finish. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with the latest Drone Harmony tutorials.